Welcome back. I apologize for the delay. I've been, busy. But let's get into part 2 of the things that I'm excited for in DC20 RPG. Today, we'll be looking at character customization and multiclassing. DC20 is built from the ground up with freedom and customization in mind. One way DC20 opens the door to more creative characters is with the Prime attribute. The Prime attribute is effectively your combat modifier. It can be used for your attack rolls and spellcasting, and a couple other things. So, what is your Prime attribute? Well, it's simple to work out. Your Prime modifier is equal to your highest ability score. For example, if a character had a +2 in might, +0 in agility, +3 in intelligence, and a -1 charisma, what would their Prime attribute be based on? I'll wait. That's right! Your Prime attribute would be based on your intelligence, making it a +3. But if you later decided to focus on your might score and boost that up to a +4, well, your Prime modifier would now be a +4 based on your might. The Prime attribute gives you the freedom to make interesting builds, like an intelligence Barbarian that focuses on clever tactics. Maybe their rage is then entering a deep focus, or something like that one moment from Sherlock.
First, discombobulate. Dazed, discombobulate. Distract target. Discombobulate. Block his blind jab. Discombobulate. He'll attempt wild haymaker. Discombobulate. In summary, discombobulate.
How about a wizard who focuses on might and casts spells with their raw strength? Maybe a sorcerer who focuses on agility, forming spells with complicated hand signs. Or you could focus on charisma without having to take a hexblade dip. What the Prime attribute lets you do is worry more about what kind of skills you want to be good at, rather than what stats your character needs to be good. No more paladins that aren't good at religion checks because they just can't spare the points to put into intelligence. Now, your paladin can be bad at religion checks because you choose to be. Of course, your base stats still have more to do than just focus on skills. Some large weapons may only be wielded if you have the right investment into might.
You're all not worthy.
And your bonus HP, physical defense, and physical saves are worked out from the average of your might and agility stats, while potential bonus mana, magical defenses, and mental saves are based on your charisma and intelligence. So there are still options to min-max for those that are inclined, but even if you're a barbarian that dumps all their physical stats to focus on mental ones, you won't fall behind your party. Multiclassing in DC20 is another way to create interesting classes, but multiclassing in DC20 doesn't work like it does in D&D 5e. It works a little bit similar to how it works in Pathfinder 2e. The big problem with multiclassing in D&D is that taking a levels in another class just outright halts your progression in the main class. Here's an example of the Fighter's class table in DC20. Now, you'll probably notice that it only goes up to level 10, because DC20 focuses on levels 1 to 10 for class design, as the majority of players only ever really play until about level 10 and 12. But that doesn't mean level 20 doesn't exist in the game. Levels 11 to 20 are considered prestige levels, and really open up the doors to going crazy with multiclassing. At certain levels in DC20, you'll gain talent points, which you can use to either gain a feature, like gaining a feat in D&D. These features could be general, or you could take from your class-specific feature list, as long as you fit the restrictions, of course, like level or having a certain ability. But you could also spend these talent points to steal a feature from another class. Notice how I said a feature. For example, at level 1, you'll gain 3 main features, and when you reach level 2, you'll gain a talent point. You could use it to steal only one of the level 1 features of another class. You gain more talent points as you level up. So talent points at level 2 can steal a level 1 feature, talent points at level 4 can steal a level 2 or lower feature. At level 7, it can get a little nutty, because you're able to steal a level 5 or lower feature, which includes being able to steal a subclass. But in order to steal a level 5 feature or a subclass feature, you would need to have already taken a feature from that class with a previous talent point. As far as I'm aware, let's say that you're playing a Barbarian and you've reached level 7. You have already taken one subclass. In theory, because you already have the features of a Barbarian, you could spend your level 7 talent point to gain a feature from another subclass within Barbarian. And at 10th level, it's the same as before, but now you can take a 6th level subclass feature from a subclass that you have already taken a feature from. If we take a quick look into prestige levels, yeah, you can see that a level 11 to 20, it gets a little crazy with multiclassing. From 13th level onward, you can spend talent points to gain an 8th level class feature, as long as you have at least 2 features from that class already, and at 17th level, you can steal the 9th level subclass capstone feature from any subclass that you already have 2 subclass features from. Of course, you don't need to spend these talent points on stealing and multiclassing. You can just get the general talents or the class-related talents. With the amount of customization options you have, from talents to being able to steal other class features, there's going to be near infinite possibilities of characters you can make. Even if you have a party entirely of wizards or all fighters, they're all going to feel very different even by like level 5. So I don't have all the specifics on class details and mechanics, but I can give you a general idea. A common multi-classing tactic will be for marshals to steal a stamina feature from another class, or spellcasters could explore spellcasting features from other classes. For example, let's say you wanted to play a stealthy supportive ninja. You could start off by taking Rogue, who gains stamina when hiding, and then pick up the Warlord, whose stamina feature lets them gain stamina whenever they help an ally. Imagine sneaking around, aiding your allies, building up your stamina, and then expending all that stored energy on a massive sneak attack, or a technique or a maneuver. Perhaps you're a Barbarian, but you also want to dabble in magic. In DC20, there's no restrictions on using magic while raging. You could flavor your rage as channeling your magic, enhancing your physical strength. You could even combine a shapeshifter and a summoner build to effectively play as 2 monsters working together. I'm excited to see all the unique and quirky combinations players will come up with once we have more information about the class mechanics. But let me know in the comments if there's any ideas that you've been thinking about if you've been following the progress of DC20 yourself. I wanted to cover how damage works in DC20 in this video as well, but for the sake of getting this video out on a timely manner, I had to cut that part out. So if you're still interested in learning about the damage, then I can include that in part 3, and maybe I'll cover weapons and armor as well for a more synergistic video. So I'll wrap it up here. Let me know what you thought, and if you're excited for DC20, smash that like button, and don't forget to absolutely obliterate that subscribe and bell button.
I've assembled all 5 special cards, all 5 pieces of the puzzle. Exodia, obliterate!
Or else.